Hi, this is R.V. Baugus. I am editor of Facility Manager Magazine with the International Association of Assembly Managers, and we are here in Anaheim, California at IAAM's 83rd Annual Conference and Trade Show. We're happy to have with us today Paul Turner, Director of Event Operations for the Dallas Cowboys' new stadium in Arlington, Texas. Just a few questions we'd like to ask Paul concerning the stadium and his role in the operations of it. First, Paul, the new Cowboys Stadium will set a new standard in stadium design and functionality. With a stadium of this size, what other opportunities do you see the facility providing for the community?
Well, there are a number of things. It certainly is going to be a huge economic engine for the area, and it's going to be a very unique facility in that we'll have a number of different spaces that can be used for all sorts of other functions. So it's not just going to be all about football at that stadium. It's going to be about a lot of other major events, a lot of other opportunities for people in the community. Certainly going to also be a place for employment for the members of the community in a number of different roles. I think that the Dallas Cowboys' new stadium is also going to add a huge element of esteem to Arlington as a destination for people to come and experience different things. So there's a lot of different activities and things that are going to benefit the community by having this great facility.
Great. What are some of the benefits of being involved with the opening of a new stadium?
Oh, it's one of those things where you can never get involved too early. It's great to have some input on the design aspect of it, because the design of the building is going to so much dictate how people use the building and how you as a building operator can frame new events in the building or how guests are going to experience. So that's really helpful. It's also advanced planning. You get a chance to actually put together how you're going to run the building. And thirdly, I think it also has to do with developing the culture of the staff that are going to actually bring that building to life. It's really good to get involved early so that you can then help decide what are going to be the important priorities for that staff and how are we going to actually make the building feel when people come to visit.
And with the diversity of events that you'll be having at the stadium, in addition to football, as you just mentioned, what are some of the primary objectives that you focus on personally to help ensure the success of those events?
Well, as the Director of Event Operations, I'm mostly concerned with the people, with trying to develop that group of folks that are actually going to provide service to our guests, to our clients, and really make that building come to life. It's also process. It's putting together those things that are going to need to happen so that we can actually run events, we can actually have a very functional building and create a really good opportunity for people to have a good time in the building and for our event clients to feel like they're getting the most out of their experience.
The last question for you, Paul. Yesterday, we had a number of town halls here at our conference, and the stadium's town hall was, of course, one of those. What were some of the issues and main topics that came out of that particular town hall?
Well, when it comes to stadiums, I think the biggest thing right now is talking about fan behavior and the fan experience. And the NFL specifically is putting a lot of emphasis on this right now. They're putting a lot of focus on what stadiums are doing operationally to ensure that we're taking care of our guests. We're trying to promote responsible fan behavior. We're looking at the responsible consumption of alcohol. And some of those issues are really focused not necessarily on what's happening inside the stadium, but all of the tailgating activity and the things that are happening outside of our gates and outside the boundaries of our actual event areas. So we're trying to focus on the different strategies that people can do when they're running events, when they're operating their stadiums, as to how we can engage the crowd, encourage people to be responsible, and really have the best experience possible.
Thank you again for your time, Paul. We appreciate it, and we look forward to the new stadium opening in June of 2009. For IAAM, this is R.V. Baugus.